What up, boxing world? It's your boy T Dub. What's plays in sports? We are here live. All right, so we got some news. I believe it was broke yesterday, but in case some of you guys don't know, Kell Brook will be back in action. All right, so it won't be this year, but you can be able to catch it next year, March the 3rd. He will be facing Sergey Rabchenko at 154 pounds. I believe it's the first time Kell Brook would be testing the waters at 154. We know how he looked at 160 when he faced against Triple G. So a lot of things people are going to be wondering, how is his eye is going to hold up. That's the biggest thing. Not eye, but his eyes. Because Kell Brook has 36 wins, only 2 losses. But his 2 losses came back to back against really hard hitters. So he jumped from 147, where he is a big natural welterweight, and he goes up to 160 pounds, challenges Triple G. He wasn't looking too bad. But whenever Triple G decided to say, you know what? I'm not going to box with this guy. I'm going to bring the pain like 2 bad nurses. I'm just going to let the punches rain down. Wherever they hit, and they was landing flush on the Kell Brook's eye until ultimately in the 5th round, his corner decided enough was enough. It's time to stop it and not do more damage to our fighter. So at that point, I believe Kell Brook was contemplating not even going to 147 where he was a champion, but going maybe to 154. But you know what, guys? He said, you know what? I'm not scared. I'm not afraid. Looks like our camp has decided we're going to take on our mandatory Errol Spence Jr. at 147 pounds. And again, for the first half of that fight, Kell Brook was looking nice, man. I mean, really good movement, speed, good combinations, pretty good IQ of boxing at that high level. But again, Errol Spence Jr. persistence, keep coming in power yet again, caught up with Kell Brook. Guys, this is probably a real life deja vu. You're not just remembering or thinking you've done this before. You actually done something very similar to this, because Errol Spence Jr. cracked his other eye. Damn, guys, he just put a plate in the one eye, and now he got his other eye cracked. Now you got to get that fixed up and probably get a plate in that too and look like, I don't know, a Terminator or something. Who knows? I just hope that he's okay. My thing was back then, take some time off. Come back with a tune-up fight. Preferably fight somebody who's not a real hard puncher. Stay away from the big top dogs. He got to get his confidence and swag back. But here we are, guys. Right now, we do know it's official. Kell Brook taking on Sergey Rabchenko at 154 pounds. So Rabchenko, he's not a bad fighter. He has a pretty good record, 29 wins, I believe, and 2 losses. So their loss category, mirror each other. Both of them has 2 losses. They both got pretty amount of wins. One's at 29, one's at 36. And this is Kell Brook's first fight at 154. And it's not a bad fight. And Rabchenko is not a bad fighter as well. But the thing is, if I had to favor someone right now, I would have to go with Kell Brook. I think Kell Brook's style, and I don't know how his power is going to be, but at 154, but it didn't look like it was too bad at 160. Just definitely not ready for 160 right now because he made too fast for jump. 154, I think he'd be decent, but the thing that he's going to carry up is his skills. His skill set will carry up. His speed should be still decent. His IQ should be there. The thing that would make a big difference in this fight would be his confidence. It doesn't matter if you're moving up to 154, 160. Once you're coming off back-to-back stoppages, not just losses, but stoppages because of what's happening to you. First fight, your corner stopped. The second fight, I believe you may have took a knee. I hope I'm remembering right. And now you're moving to 154 and you're taking on Sergey. And it's a fight that I would definitely favor you to win. I think you got more skills than this guy. I think he'll try to put up a pretty good fight. I think the dude has a pretty decent chin, too, as well. So even with Kell Brook probably going to crack him a few times, I don't see this guy just curling up like a ball and just going to run away. I think he's going to bring it. So if he decides to put off an upset, which it will be an upset, even though Kell Brook is first time going up in weight, to 154 and testing the waters there, it would be considered upset because most people know Kell Brook. He's the more famous fighter, and typically the one you know more about is the one that's going to be favored. It's up to the guy that's not favored to say, let me take advantage of this opportunity. So, assuming that Kell Brook defeats Sergey, now people are going to be wondering who is he going to challenge for the belt. Is he going to go out to Charlo, one of Charlo's brothers? Is he going to go out to Laura? Assuming that Laura decides to stay at 154 and not move up to 160, I don't think that's official yet. So he does have some options, or he can try to take out, which a lot of people is probably going to go out there at 154, is Ali, because Ali just beat Cotto. And since Ali is the maybe, presumed the weaker champion, which honestly, I think Ali got some pretty good skills. I think Saddam Ali can actually pretty fight. Now, how he matches up with those other guys, only time will tell. How he matches up with Kell Brook, since both of them guys really came from 147 and they went up to 154, that would be a pretty decent matchup. But guys, am I getting ahead of myself? Should we just wait till this fight? Let's see how Kell Brook looks. Let's see if he's mentally there. I know physically he will be there, but let's see if he's mentally there when he first get cracked in the eye a few times. Will he start checking it with his hand? Will he start panicking? A lot of things go into a fighter's head. And I guess another question that's probably going to be brought up is, why did he not stay at 147? Why is he going to 154? Well, there's a couple options. Maybe he grew out of 147. Maybe he had too much of a time trying to make 147, and it's a lot easier making 154. That could be it. Or maybe 147, or it could be a combination. Maybe it is there, but also 147 have a lot of dangerous fighters now. You got Terrence Crawford, who just came up there. And the thing about it, Kell Brook, there's not a lot of people they're going to accept him to fight at 147. They're going to really almost expect him to jump in the waters, even though he should get a tune-up fight for sure. But when you got the likes of Terrence Crawford, maybe a rematch with Sean Porter, Amir Khan, just don't look like that fight's going to ever happen. And it will be a pretty good fight, Kell Brook versus Amir Khan. Nice fight. Speed versus boxing, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen, especially since he's moving up to 154. But like I said, there's a lot of dangerous fighters at 147. Keith Thurman, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, there's so many fighters down there that he would probably be prompt to have to face. Devin Alexander is now back in the running. Andre Berto. I mean, there's some winnable fights, and I'm not just saying that, all these guys can beat him. I'm just saying that these guys would give him a definite tough task. I think at 154, you do have some fighters that's at the top that's pretty good, but it's probably a lot more fighters. If he does not want to go straight after the title, that he might be able to at least build his resume at 154 before challenging, or he can go after the new title, the new owner, Ali. But before any of that happens, he has to get past Sergey Rabchenko. Guys, what do you think about this? It's your boy T-Dot, what's blazing in sports. We are here live.